Bum 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 bum. The Warlock of Firetop Mountain. It's actually a pretty good title screen, that is. Oh, decent one here. Welcome to the Warlock of Firetop Mountain, made in 2001 to 2007. Bloody hell, in RPG Maker 2000. Sorry for the lack of a written guide for this game. It's maze-like, not really, and would be very difficult for me to write one up. I previously finished making Forest of Doom, another RPG Maker 2000 remake of a gamebook from the Fighting Fantasy series. This is very much the same idea, remaking a different book into an RPG, but this time, unfortunately, I never finished. There is quite a lot here though, not really. I'm kinda glad I didn't finish it though, as there's a certain part later in the gamebook that is a very confusing labyrinth and would have been a pain to make in this. Hopefully it's not Dorthan again. Only a foolhardy adventurer would embark. What? Why is there suddenly a full stop? There's in a period. Only a foolhardy adventurer would embark upon such a perilous quest without first finding out as much as possible about the mountain and its treasures. Before your arrival at the foot of Firetop Mountain, you spent several days with the townsfolk of a local village some 2 days' journey from the base. Being a likeable sort of person, you found it easy to get along with the local peasants. Although they told many stories about the mysterious Warlock sanctuary, you could not feel sure that all, or indeed any, of these were based on fact. The villagers had seen many adventurers pass through on their way to the mountain, but very few ever returned. Probably none. The journey ahead was extremely dangerous, that you knew for certain. Of those who returned to the village, none contemplated going back to Firetop Mountain. There seemed to be some truth to the rumour that the Warlock's treasure was stored in a magnificent chest of 2 locks, and the keys to those locks were guarded by various creatures within the dungeons. So yeah, another game we have to kind of choose the right paths and be lucky to find all the keys. I've never beaten it myself in any of the various incarnations and remakes of it on computer. The Warlock himself was a sorcerer of great power. Some described him as old, others as young. Some said his power came from an enchanted deck of cards, others the silky black gloves that he wore. The entrance to the mountain was guarded by a pack of goblins, stupid creatures, fond of their food and drink. Oh, it sounds like dragons. Not drink though, in my case. As long as it's not alcohol, maybe. Towards the inner chambers, Daniel, the creatures became more fearsome. To reach the inner chambers, you would have to cross a river. The ferry service was regular, but the ferryman enjoyed a good barter, so you should save a gold piece for the trip. The locals also encouraged you to keep a good map of your wanderings, for without a map you would end up hopelessly lost within the mountains. When it came to your day of leaving, the whole village turned out to wish you a safe journey. Tears came to the eyes of many of the women, oh, young and old alike. God, I must be really suave. It's a story about Drakaya. You couldn't help wondering whether they were tears of sorrow shed by eyes which would never see you alive again. At last, your 2-day hike is over. Oh, it looks like Dorthan again. You unsheath your sword, lay it on the ground, and sigh with relief as you lower yourself down on a mossy rock to sit for a moment's rest. You stretch, rub your eyes, and finally look up at Firetop Mountain. The mountain itself looks menacing. Not really. I guess it is a bit jagged down here. The steep face in front of you looks to have been savaged by the claws of some gargantuan beast. Sharp rocky crags, savage winds, and there's this little trinket. Ski on. Sharp rocky crags jut out at unnatural angles. At the top of the mountain you can see the eerie red colouring, probably some strange vegetation, which has given the mountain its name. Perhaps no one will ever know exactly what grows up there, as climbing the peak must surely be impossible. Use levitation magic or fly a dragon, arse. Your quest lies ahead of you. You pick up your sword, get to your feet, and consider what dangers may lie ahead of you. But with determination, you thrust the sword home into its scabbard and approach the cave. Is it Dorthan? It bloody well is, a twat. Hey look, it's Alex again. Sorry, this direction wasn't made. Hi there, I'm just the usual help bloke. This is page 1. See you later. Yeah, little things to help me with making the game. Whoa! Whatever. Yeah, whatever. I didn't get anything. Whoa, full HP. Just explore everything. You listen at the door and can hear a rasping sound which may be some sort of creature snoring. Open the door. There always has to be a Oh, sneaky bastard. You didn't even get to shop at the start of this one, so that's good. You pick up the box and open it. Inside you find a single gold piece. Luck raises by 20. It's not a box, it's a tile on the floor. A pressure plate. You listen at the door but hear nothing. Enter! There's a box. The box is light but something rattles within. You open the lid and a small snake darts out to bite your wrist. I didn't choose to open it. But okay. You look in the box and see a bronze key with a number 99 carved onto it. Luck raises by 10. I believe that's one of the keys you need to beat the game. At the end you have to do some kind of thing, like maybe you have to add all the numbers together and turn to that page or something, I don't remember. You listen at the door and grimace to hear the worst singing you have ever heard in your life. Investigate this hideous din. The room is dirty and unkept. In the centre of the room is a wooden table. A small box is next to the table. Seated around the table are two small creatures dressed in leather armour. They are drinking some sort of grog, and by the way they stagger to their feet on your arrival, you assume they're drunk. Attack! Kill the drunks. Somehow they can hurt me, even though they're dumb and drunk. The name Farigo DiMaggio what? Is inscribed on a brass nameplate on its lid. Open it. The box contains a small leather-bound book entitled The Making and Casting of Dragonfire. You open the pages and begin to read. Fortunately, it's written in your own language, and so was probably not understood by the orcs, otherwise this treasure would certainly not be as loosely guarded as it was lousy. The book is written in tiny handwriting by Farigo DiMaggio. In it, he tells the story of his life's work, the creation of the Dragonfire spell with which to fight evil dragons. You read how in his last years, Farigo finally perfected the spell, but by then was too old to make use of it. You don't have to be young to use a spell. So he completed his book, locked it up in a chest and hid it in the depths of Firetop Mountain. Why? Afraid that it might fall into the wrong hands. So he put it in the mountain filled with evil creatures and stuff. The last page reads, "And so, you who now hold this book, you have my life's work in your hands. The power of destruction is yours if you wish it, but do not waste it. Unless you use the spell for the purpose for which it was intended, you shall be consumed by evil itself, and die by the fire from your own hands. Remember, only when the dragon breathes its fire at you should you raise your arms and say, Ekil Erif, Ekam Erif, Erif Erif DiMaggio." Oh, I see. If you reverse it. Fire, fire, fire make, fire like. What? You say these words slowly and softly. Oi, you said don't say it, don't use it. At the wrong time. Suddenly the pages seem to glow, and as the glow disappears, so do the words on the pages of the book. What if I die and forget it, huh? You repeat the spell to yourself to memorize it. There it is. More like DeFagio. What? I'm not being offensive to gayness. I'm not straight myself. Door. You listen at the door and hear angry shouting coming from within. There's a lot of doors to listen to, aren't there? A chest in the corner of the room immediately catches your eye. Next to a wall is a man-sized creature standing over a smaller creature of similar race. With the club in his hand, the orc chieftain has been beating his servant, who is whimpering beneath him. Attack! I'll save you. Oh. Never mind, I won't. Servant doesn't care. I was nice to you. The iron chest is firmly locked. Hang on. Try to smash lock with sword. The lock was obviously inadequate. It flies off and lands on the floor several meters away. You lift up the heavy lid, and your eyes widen as you see the gold sheen coming from within. A fair number of gold pieces are inside. In one corner lies a small black bottle with a tight glass stopper, containing a liquid of some kind. Also in the chest is a silky black glove. But as you are admiring the treasure, you hear a soft click and wince in pain as a small dart shoots forward into your stomach. 30 HP lost. You sink to the floor. You pull the dart out and decide to bandage the wound. This gives some relief, but you still feel weak. You decide to take it easy and examine the contents of the chest. 25 gold pieces, and the label of the bottle shows it to be a potion of invisibility, good for 1 of dose. The glove is a mystery. I'm dead now. Not particularly fair, is it? No. This is very secret of mana music. Oh hi, I don't care what page I'm on. Maybe I do. Page 113, see you later. Why is he here? You listen at the door again and hear a man screaming for help from inside. Open the door. Ah! A wild-haired old man clothed in rags rushes at you screaming. Is he simply insane as he appears, or has this been some kind of trap? Try to calm him down. You are freed, old man. His rantings cease, and he sinks to the floor weeping loudly. As he gradually composes himself, he thanks you many times. You talk with him in hopes of discovering some of the secrets of the mountain, and he begins to tell his story.
Many years ago I was an adventurer like you in search of the Warlock's treasure. I was captured by the orcs and thrown into this solitary cell as a sort of pet for the creatures.
Oh. Sex toy. Would you like to accompany me into the mountain?
I simply want to leave and see the world again.
Do you have any advice?
I know little. I advise you to pay your respect to the boatman. You must pull the right-hand lever on the wall ahead to open the iron gate at the end of the passage. I also learned that the keys to the boathouse are guarded by a man and his dog. You thank him for the information and shake hands. Isn't that useful? Luck raises by 10. It might be. Got another door. You listen at the door but hear no sound. The door is firmly locked. Charge it down. You hit the door hard with your shoulder. Pain shoots through your body. 10 HP lost. The door falls down. The door fell down!
A circular iron shield with a golden crescent at its centre catches your eye. It's heavy, but not too heavy for you to carry. Take it. Yum! Gold crescent shield. I thought it said shield because I ran out of space, but I didn't. Oh my god. You listen at the door and hear tortured screams coming from within. Hang on. Wait, what? The door is not locked and opens or something. 2 goblins in the centre of the room are torturing a dwarf who is tied to a torturing table. They are poking and cutting him viciously with their daggers. The dwarf falls silent, eyes closed. His captors make disappointed noises and look angrily at you as if it were your fault that the dwarf has collapsed. Jab dwarf and put on evil laugh. Note from author, don't ask. The goblins look at each other amazed. They chatter to themselves and then indicate for you to wait while they go off and get another dwarf to give them more fun. Hello? The dwarf is dead. I'd rather just kill him, actually. What do you mean, don't ask? It was an evil laugh. What do you want? Let's instead attack them in case we get some stuff. Fight! Why is there only one? Oh. I don't get why you only fight one at a time sometimes in these games. I guess one was around the other side of the table. One of the goblins has a pouch tied around its waist. In it you find a piece of sweet smelling cheese. Dwarf is dead. His eyes are open though. Right, he said right lever, didn't he? You hear a deep rumbling noise and the ground begins to shudder. Slowly the large iron gate opens. If you pull that you just take damage because it's like a blade with wax on it or something to make you think it's a lever. Bloody hell. Page 210. We're almost there. That was well scary. A dead hand. I don't know what the point of that is. Probably because it's a maze. Maze. Oh, what page is this? 77. Oh, not again. 18, we're going backwards. You hear crumbling beneath your feet. You jump out of the way just in time to see the ground fall. Jump down. You are in a pit, a little bruised but not too seriously hurt. You're a little worried about the crash your fall has made, and even more by the gruntings you can hear coming from the chamber to the south. Before you can collect your thoughts, a large ugly head pokes around the cronra, as in corner, and a troll emerges from its chamber. Yeah, why not? You drink the potion and can see the look of astonishment speed across the troll's face, supposed to be spread. It comes up to you and feels for you, but you step aside and he gropes the air fruitlessly. Eventually he gives up and returns to his chamber, just in time as you feel yourself reappearing. Luck raises by 20. Oh, can I fight him anyway? You shouldn't go in there. Hi me. Oh hey there, this is a dead end. Nothing more was made in this direction of the game. I hope you've enjoyed it so far. You're kind of stuck here though. There's not much else, but I could send you back to the entrance if you want to explore more. So what'll it be? Alright, have fun. There's no point, I've seen everything now. Which is a bit of a shame. Oh, the potion is still there, oops. Anyway, yeah, that's that one. Yeah. I probably won't end up doing any more of these fighting fantasy remakes. Because there's no point really, is there? But I kind of enjoy the idea of it. Might as well just play the books themselves though, eh? Anyway, bye. That's that one.